Hi, this is Slee. This is your Mowbol Weekly Update for the first week of February. This week we have some exciting news. We've started using a new framework that I wanted to tell you about. It's called Corona. Corona seems to be a really good way to write apps for both Android and for iOS. For the gaming side, so Fitzel, which is our game that we have in development, we're actually going to produce it in Corona. I'll take you through Fitzel, show you how we're using Corona, maybe show you some code, write up a little blog entry so you can go see it there over at mowbol.com. What I want to show you this week, I want to do a little segment on some mobile technology that's not on your phone. This is a mobile technology that I got introduced to, known about it for a while, but was reintroduced to it by one of our development managers here, and have become a real advocate for it. It's called livescribe. Pretty much every person I talk to, go have breakfast with, have lunch with, those kind of things, they end up either getting a livescribe or being very interested in getting a livescribe. So what I'm going to do right now is actually use the livescribe pen to tell you about the livescribe pen. Here we go. So I'm going to start by giving you just a quick tour. So it looks like a regular pen, right? So it's got a nib. It's got a little camera down in here, which is really cool, and a little screen, because this actually has a little computer in it. Actually, right on this paper, that's sort of specialized paper. Not sure if you can see it, you probably can't, but there's teeny itty bitty little dots. See those teeny dots? That's how this pen knows where it is in your notebook and on your page. Down at the bottom, there's a couple controls that you can see. One of them is a record control, and I'm going to go ahead and select that record control, and I'm going to show you what that does. So I'm going to go ahead and click this record. As you can see now, we're recording. So now the pen's picking up everything I say, and at this point we're going to transfer over, and I'm going to let the pen take over the broadcast. What's really nice now is you're looking at a blank page, and whatever I write, it gets put on the page. So if I draw a square, you're going to see the square as I draw the square. And so this allows me to go ahead and take notes and draw things so people can actually see what it is that I'm drawing when I draw it. Now, the great part about this is it also picks up words, right? And we'll be able to search for words like this via text. I mean, I can actually go ahead and do a search when I upload this to my desktop, and it'll actually find this as the word words. Now, what's also cool is I can then convert my written words into text. So if I wanted to email it, or I wanted to put it into a Word document, I can certainly do that kind of thing right now. So that way I can repurpose it. And one thing I always liked about writing was the fact that I can write on a pen, use a pen and paper. I have my notebooks for a long period of time. I can make tasks. I can do all those kind of things. And yet, at the same time, it was all locked in paper. Well, now this little pen allows me to pull that out of paper and actually put it into a desktop and reuse it. So that I can take my words that I'm writing, search on them, and then go ahead and convert them to text, email it, put it in a Word document, do whatever I want to do. And then the last really cool part is the fact that what you're watching right now is actually produced on the livescribe, right? So you can actually take things and do what I'm doing right now and then play them back for people later, put them on the internet, they can download them. So if you want to get your idea across, this is a great way to do it, in my opinion. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go meet one of my cohorts at Mowbol. His name is Steve, and Steve's going to talk to you about some of the things he's doing. And so that way you can at least see his face. If I refer to Steve, you'll know who Steve is, because Steve is important to know here at Mowbol. This is Steve that I've referred to a couple times.
Hi, Internet. We're working on an idea for an educational-oriented app for an app contest being driven by the state of Ohio's e-tech agency. So that's kind of the discussion we're having. And like most apps, what do I as a parent want? What might my students want, my kids want? And maybe something will spur out of that as we brainstorm that might be an app idea we could use.
Well, there you go. This is our Mowbol Weekly Update. And I'm Chris Slee.